What's going on, family? This is Scrapbook Boxing, Museum of the Forgotten Fisticuffs series. Right now, we're looking at one of the greatest fighters of all times. I have him ranked number 2 on my all-time ranking list. Behind ranked number 1, Sam Langford. Number 3, Sugar Ray Robinson. Number 4, Hammerin' Henry Armstrong. Number 5, Muhammad Ali. Number 6, Archie Moore. Number 7, Jack Britton. Number 8, Johnny Dundee. Number 9, Benny Leonard, the Ghetto Wop. And number 10, the Brown Bomber, Joe Louis. Let's take a look at this great fighter, a great middleweight, Harry Grebs. Harry Grebs, the human windmill. He was born in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, June 7, 1894, of Irish-German parents. Grebs started his boxing career as a middleweight and fought in the top 2 divisions. Also, he held both the middleweight and the light heavyweight crowns. He won from Johnny Wilson and the latter from Gene Tunney. This was for the America's Championship, managed by Georgie Engel. He engaged in many thrilling encounters. His most vicious was with Mickey Walker, which he won in 15 rounds when he fought Gunboat Smith, a heavyweight. He was only a middleweight, yet stopped the Gunner in 1 round. He fought Tunney 5 times, Gene winning twice, losing once, and the other 2 were no decision encounters. He was an undeflatable worker, a windmill in action. He feared no one. He tried hard to get Jack Dempsey to meet with him, but without success. He died from an eye operation on October 22nd, 1926. He was elected to the Boxing Hall of Fame in 1955. Now let's take a look at Harry Grebs' magnificent career. Now he started on my record from 1914. November 14th, Terry Martin, Philadelphia, no decision, in 6. December 7th, Joe Burrell, Philadelphia, no decision, in 6. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go straight down the line because the majority of these wins are all no decisions. So 1915, January 1st, Bill Donovan, Philadelphia. January 8th, Howard Truesdale, Philadelphia. January 12th, Bill Mystique, Philadelphia. January 25th, Jack Blackburn, Philadelphia. It's in Pennsylvania. February 10th, K.O. Baker, Pennsylvania. March 4th, Woody Wenzel, Pennsylvania. March 6th, Tommy Mack, Washington. There was no decision. March 13th, Jack Lavin. No decision. March 25th, Harry Baker, Pittsburgh. No decision. April 15th, Whitey Wenzel. That was in Pittsburgh. No decision. April 22nd, Joe Burrell, Pittsburgh. No decision. These are all 6 rounds so far. May 31st, Faye Kaiser, Connersville. No decision. May 31st. Faye Kaiser. June 25th, Faye Kaiser again. July 12th, Tommy Galvin. Now, he fought so many times, so I'm going to be skipping a little bit just to move along. But the majority of these first couple of wins are all no decisions. Now, December 16th, Kid Graves, Pittsburgh. He knocked Grebs out in the 2nd round. Grebs broke his arm. So basically, he didn't knock him out. It was more of a lesser TKO because Greb couldn't continue. And that was a newspaper decision. 1916, February 26, Walter Monahan, Pittsburgh, no decision. And this goes on and on. April 27th, Grant Kid Clark, Johnstown, Pennsylvania, KO'd him in 7 rounds. June 3rd, Kid Manuel, very good fighter, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, KO'd him in 1 round. That was a very good win. June 26th, George Chip, who was a middleweight champion, Newcastle, Pennsylvania, no decision. August 7th, Al Graber, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, no decision. August 28th, Jerry Cole, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, no decision. October 16th, Jackie Clark. He got a 10-round win. September 4th, Faye Kaiser, that was a 10-round victory. K.O. Sweeney, Pittsburgh, that was November 4th, no decision. November 8th, Knockout Brennan, no decision. November 14th, Jackie Clark of Maryland, that was a 3rd-round knockout. November 17th, K.O. Brennan, Buffalo, New York, no decision. Very good fighter. November 27th, K.O. Brown, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, no decision. December 26th, Bob Mohart, very good fighter, Buffalo, New York, no decision. 1917, January 1st, Joe Burrell, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, no decision. January 13th, Eddie Coleman, KO'd in the 2nd round. January 20th, Jules Ritchie, Pennsylvania, KO'd him in 4 rounds. That was in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. February 10th, Mike Gibbons, one of the greatest middleweights of all time. Philadelphia, no decision in 6. Mike Gibbons had a brother by the name of Tommy Gibbons, who Greb fought as well. February 12th, K.O. Brennan, Buffalo, no decision. And this goes on and on and on. We're going to continue down the line. Zulu Kid, April 15th, another outstanding fighter, Pittsburgh, no decision. April 30th, Al McCoy, who would be champion, Pittsburgh, no decision. May 5th, Jackie Clark. May 19th, Jeff Smith. Jeff Smith, outstanding fighter. Fought him in Buffalo, but he lived in New Jersey. Wonderful fighter. No decision. May 22nd, George Chip. Once again, he would be champion. Pittsburgh, no decision. June 14th, Frank Mindell. KO'd him in 1 round. July 2nd, Buck Krause, another good fighter. Pittsburgh, KO'd him in 6 rounds. July 20th, Jack Dillon. Jack Dillon would be champion. Light heavyweight division. Pittsburgh, no decision. September 6th, Battling Levinsky. Pittsburgh, Battling Levinsky would be champion. Light heavyweight, no decision. September 11th, Jeff Smith again. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. No decision in 10. September 14th, Jack London, New York. KO'd him in 9 rounds. September 17th, KO on Knockout Brown. 2 different fighters from KO Brown to Knockout Brown. 2 different fighters. Dayton, Ohio. KO'd him in 9. September 22nd, Battling Copen, Pennsylvania. He won in 3 rounds. I'm just going to continue. November 2nd, Soldier Barfield. Very good fighter, Buffalo. No decision. November 19th, George Chip, Cincinnati, Ohio. No decision. Copeland claimed broken wrist. 1918. We go down the line. Zulu Kid, January 29th, Bridgeport, Connecticut. Defeated him in 13 rounds. February 4th, Jack Hubbard. KO'd him in 3 rounds. Now we're going to quickly look. Harry Grebs and Faye Kaiser. They had their wars. Grebs defeated Kaiser. September 4th, Grebs defeated Kaiser. June 29th, Grebs defeated Kaiser. December 6th, 1921, Grebs knocked out Kaiser. And March 24th, 1924. So September 4th, 1916, January 29th, 1917, December 6th, 1921, and March 24th, 1924, Grebs defeated them all. The other ones were no decisions. Bob Mohar, Cincinnati, February 18th. He won in 10 rounds. Now, I want you to see something here for a second, okay? This is 1918. February 25th, Mike O'Dowd. Mike O'Dowd would be champion. St. Paul's, no decision. March 4th, Jack Dillon, Toledo, Ohio. Jack Dillon would be champion. Light heavyweight, no decision. March 11th, Mike Mateague, Cleveland. Mike Mateague would be champion in light heavyweight, took the title away. And, you know, it's amazing how this particular fight took place. But he took the title away from Battling-Siki. And Battling-Siki just took it like a month before from George Carpentier. But Mike Mateague, that was a no decision. March 18th, Willie Langford, Buffalo, no decision. May 13th, Al McCoy would be champion, middleweight, Cincinnati, Ohio, no decision. May 20th, Soldier Barfield, Pittsburgh, no decision. May 24th, Gunbo Smith, New York, no decision. June 20th, Zulu Kid, New York, exhibition, 6 rounds. July 4th, 4th of July, Bob Mohar, no decision. July 6th, Harry Anderson, Cleveland, exhibition in 4 rounds. Moving on along, September 21st, Billy Mist, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, no decision. December 11th, Baker, London, he won in 4 rounds. December 12th, Private Wing, London, lost in 4 rounds. So that's the second loss that I have for Grebs so far. 1919, June 15th, Leo Hook, Boston, defeated him in 12 rounds. January 20th, Young Fisher, Syracuse, no decision. January 23rd, Paul Sampson, Pittsburgh, no decision. January 31st, Tommy Robeson, Cleveland, Ohio, no decision. February 3rd, Len Rawlins, Pittsburgh, killed him in 3 rounds. February 10th, Bill Brennan fought Jack Dempsey, gave him a run for his money. Syracuse, no decision. February 20th, these are all good fighters, outstanding fighters. Battling Levinsky, Buffalo, no decision. February 28th, Chuck Wiggins, he fought him in February 28th, and he fought him March 3rd. Toledo and Detroit, both no decisions. March 6th, Leo Hawk, Lancaster, Pennsylvania, no decision. March 13th, George K.O. Brown, no decision. March 19th, Billy Brennan, Pittsburgh, no decision. March 31st, Billy Miss, Pittsburgh, no decision. April 28th, Battling Levinsky, no decision. We're just going on, down. June 23rd, Mike Gibbons, Pittsburgh, no decision. July 4th, Bill Brennan, he defeated him in 15 rounds. July 16th, K.O. Brown, defeated him in 10 rounds. July 21st, Yankee Gilbert defeated him, knocked him out in 3rd round. July 24th, Joe Chip, Youngstown, Ohio, defeated him in 12 rounds. August 11th, Terry Keller, Dayton, Ohio, defeated him in 15 rounds. August 23rd, Bill Brennan, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, no decision. September 1st, Jeff Smith, Youngstown, Ohio, no decision. September 3rd, Battling Levinsky, Willing, no decision. November 24th, Larry Williams, Pittsburgh, no decision. November 27th, Zulu Kid, Beaver Falls, no decision. December 13th, Mike Mateague, Birmingham, no decision. 1920. I'm just going to go ahead and let you take a look at this. K.O. Brown in Denver, he defeated him in 12. Bob Roper, Denver, defeated him in 12. Tommy Gibbons, now that's Mike Gibbons' brother. May 15th, Pittsburgh, no decision. July 5th, Bob Moha, no decision. July 8th, Larry Williams, Buffalo, no decision. July 31st, Tommy Gibbons, fought him again. Pittsburgh, no decision. Chuck Wiggins, September 6th, no decision. Uh, 1921, 10 rounds, victory over Johnny Clemars. January 29th, Paul Reed, 10-round victory. February 25th, Jeff Smith in Boston, 10-round victory. Now I'm just going to scan through. I'm not going to bore you with this. All right, so let's look. I will say 1926, January 11th, Roland Todd, outstanding fighter, Toronto, Canada, defeated him in 12 rounds. January 26th, Ted Moore, Los Angeles, California, defeated him in 10 rounds. January 29th, Buck Holly, Hollywood, California, KO'd him in 5 rounds. February 3rd, Jimmy Delaney, Oakland, California, defeated him in 10 rounds. February 12th, Owen Phelps, Prescott, Arizona, defeated him in 10 rounds. February 26th, Tiger Flowers, New York City, he lost in 15 rounds and lost his middleweight championship of the world. June 1st, Art Wigan, Buffalo, New York, defeated him in 10 rounds. June 15th, Alan Joe Gans, defeated him in 10 rounds. August 19th, had a rematch with Tiger Flowers in New York and lost another 15-round title bout. Greb died October 22nd, 1926, following operation on an eye. Now let's go back down to 1921. I'm just going to scroll down on this. August 29th, Kid Norfolk, Pittsburgh, no decision. Go back to May 20th, Jeff Smith, New Orleans, 15-round decision. 1922, February 20th, Jeff Smith, Cincinnati, Ohio, defeated him in 10 rounds. Tommy Gibbons, March 13th, New York, defeated him in 15 rounds. May 24th, let me go back to May 12th, Al Roberts, because that was an outstanding fighter. Boston, KO'd him in 6. Now, May 24th, this is 1922. Gene Tunney, New York, he defeated him in 15 rounds. He won the light heavyweight championship at this point. Larry Williams, October 25th, knocked him out in 4 rounds. November 10th, Captain Bob Roper, Buffalo, New York, defeated him in 12 rounds for America's light heavyweight title. 1923, Bob Roper, Pittsburgh, no decision. Tommy Loughran, January 15th, Pittsburgh, no decision. January 22nd, Billy Shade, Jersey City, no decision. January 30th, Tommy Loughran, New York, won 15 rounds, America light heavyweight title bout. February 5th, Powell Reed. So far, all the fighters that I read to you, the majority of them, outstanding fighters. New York, 15-round victory. Powell Reed, Newark, New Jersey, no decision in 12 rounds. Just going to keep scrolling down. August 31st, Johnny Wilson, New York, defeated him in 15 rounds. Won the world middleweight title. December 3rd, Brian Downey, very good fighter, Pittsburgh, defeated him in 10 rounds. Middleweight title bout. December 10th, Gene Tunney, New York, lost a 15 rounds decision and lost the America light heavyweight title to Gene Tunney. 1924, Johnny Wilson, January 18th, that was a rematch, New York. He defeated him in 15 rounds. February 2nd, Jack Reeves, Oakland, California, defeated him in 4 rounds. April 19th, Kid Norfolk, outstanding African-American fighter, Boston, lost in 10 rounds. May 12th, Powell Reed, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, defeated him in 10 rounds. June 16th, Frank Moody, Waterbury, KO'd him in second round. August 21st, Tiger Flowers, no decision, 10 rounds. September 17th, Gene Tunney, Cleveland, Ohio. That was a no decision in 10 rounds. October 13th, Tommy Loughran, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 10-round draw. November 17th, Jimmy Delaney, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, defeated him in 10 rounds. 1925. And just scroll down and take a look at anybody you recognize. March 27th, Gene Tunney, St. Paul, no decision, 10 rounds. April 17th, Johnny Wilson, Boston, defeated him in 10 rounds. May 29th, Tommy Burns, Indianapolis, no decision in 10 rounds. June 1st, Soldier Buck, Louisville, defeated him in 10 rounds. July 2nd, Mickey Walker, New York, defeated him in 15 rounds. July 16th, Maxie Rosenblum, Cleveland, Ohio, defeated him, no decision in 10 rounds. July 23rd, Billy Brenton, Columbus, Ohio, no decision in 10 rounds. August 3rd, Ed K.O. Smith, Kansas City. He was a very good fighter. KO'd him in 4 rounds. December 14th, Soldier Buck, Nashville, Tennessee, defeated him in 8 rounds. So as you can see, you're looking at an active fighter. And this is how I measure greatness. Now you may ask, who are these names? It doesn't matter who the names are. That's not important at this point. The fact that here's a middleweight champion, a light heavyweight champion that has been active. That's the bottom line. And he fought some of the greatest fighters of his time. Majority of these fighters, a lot of them are Hall of Famers. A lot of them were champions. The only Hall of Famer he didn't beat was Mike O'Dowd. Outside of that, he defeated every Hall of Famer that he fought. He's a phenomenal fighter. Harry Grebs. Salute to Harry Grebs. I have him ranked number 2 of my all-time fighters list. Now we're going to take a look at Harry Grebs in my Police Gazette book. He has his own Police Gazette book. That book is over 1,000 pages. He has about 850 pages of him by himself. That's my most prized possession, worth thousands and thousands of dollars. Let me take you over to the Police Gazette book with Harry Grebs. All right, now we're at the Police Gazette book with Harry Grebs. Here you have Harry Grebs taking the title away from Johnny Wilson. You have Johnny Wilson to the left, Harry Grebs to the right. These articles are very, very old. Just keep in mind. New York middleweight champion, crowned as Grebs defeats Wilson. So on the left, you have Johnny Wilson. The referee is O'Sullivan. Announcer is Joe Humphreys. And Harry Grebs posed before a 15-round title bout. You have Joe Humphrey looking right at you right next to Grebs. And this would be a historic match. Here you have Grebs wins middleweight championship from Johnny Wilson on December, or a decision in 15 rounds. Pittsburgh boxer too speedy for Johnny in New York title bout, but later puts up a good battle in his game in defeat. Greb took the middleweight title from Wilson at the Polo Grounds in the city on the night of August 31st before a slim crowd. He captured it by reason of outpointing Wilson in 15 rounds of milling, which, while it was not scientific, was replete with action and far from polite tactics on both sides. Greg, who is normally a light heavyweight, but who has battled with heavyweights whenever necessary. He trained down to 158 pounds, 2 pounds between the middleweight notch to meet Wilson for the title. And he was surprisingly strong and fast at the reduced poundage. Wilson lost the title like a man and a good fellow. That turned out to be an outstanding fight. And this is what puts Harry Grebs in the Hall of Fame. Let's see some more fights. Grebs-Wilson battle. Harry was hurt by these punches and was glad to get in the close and hold. Champion's eye was closing. Wilson's right eye was fast closing as they came out for the 8th round. Now discarded his crazy style for a moment and stood flat-footed as he ripped into his punches. So I'm just scanning a lot because I can't really see with these lenses because I'm looking through a camera that doesn't have prescription lens, and I have glasses on top of that, so it's very blurry. I'm just going by feel at this point, and I'm trying my best to read what I can to you, but I'm having a hard time because everything, if I stumble over some words, you have to excuse me. So let's move on. All right, here we have Harry Grebs keeps middleweight title. This is a rematch with Johnny Wilson. So you have Harry Grebs keeps middleweight title. Wilson blows up after an early lead. Johnny fails in catch-all comeback, losing decision on points in 15 rounds. A Pittsburgh boxer at Madison Square Garden. It says Johnny Wilson is no Stanley Ketchel, the New York middleweight and former champion of his division, who lost his title to Harry Grebs in this city last fall, attempted to regain it from his conqueror at Madison Square Garden on the evening of January 18th, but he failed. Stanley Ketchel knocked out Billy Papsky after the latter had dethroned him. But either Wilson is no such fighter as the late assassin, or else Harry Grebs is one quite different stuff than was Papke. All right, so that's the rematch of Wilson and Harry Grebs. Let's take a look at another fight. Tunney again beats Grebs, clearly proving mastery. So this is when Tunney fought Harry Grebs a second time or a third time. Not quite sure. Not satisfied that Grebs was the better man. Gene challenged him and Grebs accepted. Let's take a look at that for a second. Not satisfied that Grebs was the better man. Gene challenged him and Grebs accepted. They met for the second time on February 23rd, 1923. So this is what I'm talking about. So a man challenges you You don't put them through the third degree. You either accept the fight or you don't accept the fight. This is Harry Grebs and Johnny Wilson. Grebs outpoints Wilson and keeps the middleweight championship. Let's move on. Now here you have Tiger Flowers, who challenged Harry Grebs for the title, and he dethroned Harry Grebs. So Harry Grebs is no longer the champion. Tiger Flowers is the new middleweight champion of the world. First Negro ever to head division quotes. Bible as a battle-jaded Pittsburgher, taking 15-round contest on points. This is in Madison Square Garden, February 26. It was a rather weird exhibition the 18,000 spectators witnessed. Flowers, first Negro middleweight champion. Theodore Tiger Flowers is the 18th boxer to hold the middleweight championship of the world and the first of the Negro race to achieve this distinction. Those who preceded him were Tom Chandler, George Rokie, Mike Donovan, non-parallel Jack Dempsey, George LeBlanc, Bob Fitzsimmons, Tommy Ryan, Kid McCoy, Joe Thomas, Stanley Ketchel, Billy Papke, Frank Klaus, George Chipp, Al McCoy, Michael Dowell, Johnny Wilson, and Harry Grebs. Paid admission to the title bout numbered $16,337, and the gross receipts totaled $104,561. Amazing. Grebs lands his right. This is the 7th round. Says Flowers clubbed his right to the body again when Grebs missed a straight left to the face and clinched. Grebs hooked the right to Tiger's shoulder. Flowers shook Harry up with a hard right to the chin. Outstanding fight. So this is Harry Grebs and Tiger Flowers. And we have here the great Tiger Flowers. Outstanding fighter. You can check my video on Tiger Flowers. But he took the title away from Harry Grebs. This is Grebs and Tiger Flowers. Here you have Tiger Flowers punching the heavy bag. Great middleweight champion of the world, the Georgia Dinkin. Tiger Flowers. Here you have Bud Taylor to your left. Billy Papke, former middleweight champion, to your left in front of Bud Taylor. And Harry Grebs to your right, shaking hands with Billy Papke. Billy Papke, once middleweight king, and present title holder. Right, shake hands of Los Angeles. Bud Taylor on the left. Now, I just did a video on Bud Taylor. Outstanding fighter himself. Here you have Harry Grebs defeats Tommy Gibbons in a bout for charity. Pittsburgh Tornado outpoints Tom in rounds, but winner seems too light to tackle Jack Dempsey. You have Harry Grebs to your left, Tommy Gibbons to your right. Grebs defeats Tom Gibbons. Here we have Harry Grebs on the scale and Gene Tunney looking over. It's for the light heavyweight championship. Harry Grebs outpoints Tunney for the light heavyweight championship. Bounding Pittsburgher windmill attacks, overwhelms Gene. Winner hopes for a match with Carpentier. Hats off to the new light heavyweight champion of America, Mr. Harry Grebs of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the human windmill. And unless the Frenchman decides he wants none of his game, the next ring opponent would be George Carpentier. Red Bank, New Jersey, when he defeated Tunney on points in a florid 15-round battle in Madison Square Garden on Tuesday evening, May 23rd. So Harry Grebs defeats Gene Tunney and wins the light heavyweight champion of the world. So there you have it. I have Gene Tunney, who was a very good fighter. He defeated Jack Dempsey in 1926 to win a heavyweight championship of the world. And Harry Grebs defeated him. So I have Harry Grebs number 2 on my all-time fighters list. Salute to Harry Grebs. This is Scrapbook Boxing. Harry Grebs has been entered in my Museum of the Forgotten Fisticuffs series. Congratulations. Peace.